All right, what up, everybody? So one thing that I was recently thinking about, right, is the idea of really figuring out who your true friends are, right? And specifically, I'm talking to you in regards to somebody who is an entrepreneur, somebody who's looking to go places in life, right? Overall, all the shit that I fucking make is not going to be for the average person. It's not going to be for the person who just wants to hear motivation. It's not going to be for the person who just likes to watch other people win. I'm not talking about people who are on the sidelines. That's not who my content's for. What my content is for people who are actually truly about attaining success and truly about figuring out what it takes to become successful. Not just to hear it and use mental masturbation, but to figure out truly what it takes. That way they can take the action to be able to become successful themselves. Now, I'm not directly in the position where I'm at right now, but I definitely come from a position where I didn't have anything in life. Fucking everything I've had so far and will continue to develop is coming from the dirt. So I had to go through massive trials and tribulations, and I still will be going through massive trials and tribulations. So the information I give is coming from experience. It's not coming from a parroting information. It's not coming from I heard it in a book and I'm telling you, but I never experienced it. This is literally me understanding wisdom from other successful people, applying it to my life, then getting true results and giving it back to you. And that's how my content will always be. But now, here's one of the first important things that you have to realize especially when you're at the very beginning of your come up, is that not everybody's really your friend. And that's just the truth of it. You may have people that you've grown up with in high school. You may have people that you've grown up in middle school. You may just have friends that you just know recently. However, not all of them are your friends. And I think for me personally, that's the naive take that I took growing up. And I realized that that's not always the case, right? And the majority of the time, it isn't. Now, depending on how fucking serious you are about your true goals, it's adamant and very important that you audit your friend group. Who are the people that you're hanging around? Because as the saying goes, you are the 5 people you hang around. And you may think that's the cliche saying. You may think that, oh, I've heard this a million times. All my parents are telling me that shit. Whatever the fuck you want to think about it, that shit's true. And I'm talking about from true experience. I remember there was times when I was hanging out with some high school friends, and I would begin to talk about my goals, and I would begin to talk about different topics about becoming successful and what it takes, and letting them know they can also be successful too. And I remember, it was literally, I just got a blank stare, like this. And then they went back on to talking about Kim Kardashian or whatever the fuck they were talking about. And at that moment, I realized that, you know what? These people aren't the people that I need to be hanging around. Because ask yourself, do winners hang around fucking losers? And if I am the 5 people that I hang out with, and 4 to 5 of my friends that I truly hang out with all the time are fucking losers, what does that end up making me? A fucking loser. So, to become a winner, and it's nothing against them, right? This is just to bring more understanding to where their life is going. And you can love somebody and you can be cool with him and stuff like that, but you have to put yourself first at the end of the day. You have to put yourself first for you and your family. So if you begin to understand and realize that, hey, these people aren't the best people that I should be hanging around with, but you continue to hang out with them, then that just goes to show that you're proving to yourself that you're not really about it. You're not really about becoming successful if you continue to do that. You're not really about attaining success for you and your family if you continue to do that. So you have to take the action and begin to realize, oh shit, these people aren't the type of people I should be hanging around. And here's another thing I can tell you too. If you're hanging out with this group of people that you typically hang out with, right? And this goes along with whether it's old friends, new friends, pay attention to the things that they say. Pay attention to their actions, their behaviors, their habits. If they're fucking drinking, turning up, talking about bullshit all the time, then those people are losers. And you don't want to be around those people. And if you do, you want to make sure it's for a limited amount of time. And they're talking about consistently winning. They're talking about money. They're talking about success. They're talking about business. They're talking about the next moves. They're talking about how to win. Those are the motherfuckers you want to hang around with. Those are the people that you want to be cool with and continue to make a habit to hanging around dope people like that. Because organically, that'll feed into you. And same thing goes with the contrary. If you hang out with shitty people, if you hang out with losers, and like I said, it's nothing against them, but if you hang out with people who truly don't want to win in life, when you begin to have your winners talk, as you typically do, because in your mind, I'm gonna win by any means fucking necessary, I'm willing to do whatever it takes, then you begin and you go talk to losers, right? It drains you. Oh, nah, dog, you can't do that. Oh, no, yeah, bro, but, oh, bro, I was gonna do the same thing, but, oh, yeah, nah, dog. Oh, and they start talking about what they want. Oh, yeah, I was thinking about doing this one thing. Bruh, didn't you say that you're gonna do that like 2 fucking years ago, and you're still talking about doing that same shit? That just goes to show. I'll give you even another example, right? And it's become so normal to me, right? Is that I was hanging out with a friend, these friend groups that I don't typically hang out with. It's irrelevant, nonetheless, right? But when I was speaking to him, we had made an original plan to go out and do something, and he said, the thing about you that I like is that when you say that you're gonna do something, you actually do it. Like when we plan to do something, you're not like, oh, I don't feel like it. Once the time comes down to it, you actually do it. And I thought that was really interesting because him and I had something planned to do something, and it seemed as though he wasn't really about it anymore. And to me, doing the shit that I said I'm gonna do is just so normal to me. It's not even something for anybody to really point out, in my opinion. It's just, I feel as though that's just a normal thing to go about. But the reason why that's important is because that's a reflection as well of his actions. Now, I'm not saying it's a direct reflection, but it gives me a hint. And as I began to analyze the things that he was doing, I realized that, oh yeah, this guy isn't necessarily about his shit. When I talk about income goals, he didn't necessarily know. Oh, I don't really know. Why do you focus on income goals, bro? Why do you focus on income goals? Then talks about what club he wants to go to that night. So there's nothing wrong with that. If he wants to be that life, he wants to live that life, that's him. But you have to realize too that the amount of people that are successful in life are very small, right? I mean, the average American makes like 50K. Bruh, 50K a year, bruh. That's fucking Trump change, bruh. So when you truly want to be a winner, right? You have to understand that only a small percentage of people truly want to win. And a lot of people are losers, and they justify their actions by trying to bring down losers. Do you think the starter quarterback is getting advice from the people who are on the bench? Do you think the starter quarterback do you think an NFL quarterback, starting quarterback, is getting advice from a JV high school quarterback? That's not even a fucking starter on the JV team. The answer is no. Do you think the NFL quarterback is hanging out with randoms at a high school? No, he's not. He's hanging out with other fucking winners, or he's out doing the things that's gonna make him fucking win, developing himself. So the reason why these things are important is you have to analyze your group and see who is my group, who am I hanging around, and pay attention to what they're saying. If they're making fun of other people, if they're making fun of other friends in your group when they're not there, when they're not around, I guarantee they're 100% doing it about you too. They're talking shit about you. So do you want to hang around people who are talking shit behind your back? Or do you want to hang around people who, when your name is spoken, they lift you up even when you're not fucking there? And ask yourself, if people are talking shit about me when I'm not there, what does that say about their true intent? Does that say that they want the best for me? Does that say that they have their best interest at heart for me and want to build me up? The answer is fucking no. So why the fuck would you want to hang around those people? Now, imagine hanging around people who want the fucking best for you. Imagine hanging around people when you're not around and people start talking shit, they come to your defense. Don't be saying that shit. When you start talking about your goals and your dreams and the things you want to do, they figure out how the fuck they can help you. They start telling you, hell yeah, fuck yeah, you can do that shit. I know this guy, you can go here, you should try this program out, listen to this podcast. Those are the fucking people you want to hang around with. And if you're not willing to cut off your friend group, the pieces of shit who bring you down, crabs in the bucket, then you're not about it. You're proving to the universe that you're not truly about wanting to become successful. So it all comes back to you. As the saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. So if you're not willing to cut off shitty people in your fucking life, whoever it is, and specifically your friend group, then you're not gonna attain success. And all you do is you just talk about wanting to become successful and it feels good, but you're not about taking the fucking action. Winners take the fucking action and are willing to do whatever it fucking takes to get to where they need to fucking be. And that's the truth. But appreciate you guys for listening. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.